also engineer for Dragon Engine and unearth it, right? So we have a lot of different things we could do. We're also playing a Smuggler's Copter, and there's a lot of like cool little synergies within this deck, right? Yeah, it's a Rixmati Reveler that you can unearth. You can like dump a Parhelion. It's got a lot of play to it, and I think this card might be more popular moving forward in this sort of archetype, just because of the unearth effect, but we'll see. And it is a dog, so we're gonna give this a go. It's your typical, like, it's got a bunch of packages. It's got Asmo, Sagas, Cookbooks, Unearth, Greasefang. Should be cool, should be a lot of fun. And let's see how it goes through this league. Change decks. Let's go Mardu, Greasefang, and let's go. Should be interesting. Just the Dragon Engine. We played that deck the other day that was very, very powerful with Dragon Engine. Colin plays Magic. Okay, so this hand is a little slow, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to turn one Saga. Hello. Good luck, have fun. I'm going to turn one Saga so we can get a cookbook and then just play Greasefang off the cookbook. Nah. We've got the QPs for this weekend. So we're going to start off with Saga. And by the time Saga pops on 3, we'll have 1, 2, and we'll be able to play this and discard a Parhelion with a cookbook. So we're going to try it. It might not go well, but we'll try it. Goblin Engineer for X and Dragon Engine is pretty spicy. Alright. Turn 1 Saga. They're going to think that we're Amulet. Hopefully we could draw a Scuttle Mutt or something next turn. Alright. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's crack this. Let's get Foundry. Let's just confuse the shit out of them. Foundry. We're not going to get the Parhelion here. We're going to get... I think we're going to put the Dragon Engine in play. I think we'll put the Dragon Engine in the graveyard. Just to try and confuse him a little bit. Oh, this card's pretty crazy. This card's pretty cool. We could have ways to discard the Parhelion. We can get the cookbook off this. So let's just put the Dragon Engine in the graveyard so we like have it. We can have the Dragon Engine. Yeah, Goblin Engineer putting back the Dragon Engine is pretty sweet. Our opponent is a little slow. Probably playing another league, doing something else. Just relaxing. Just relaxing, just hanging out. Taking their sweet time. This resolves. We'll get Dragon Engine. Dragon Engine. Alright. It was a critical turn for him. Don't rush him. I'm not rushing anyone. Alright. I wonder what they're up to. They're probably Living End. Now that I like think about it, they're probably Living End. Yeah, they're Living End. Unfortunate. Alright. So we're gonna go -1 here. Okay. We're gonna get the cookbook. Play this. Crack. Get Blood Crypt. 1, 2. Okiba. Then we're going to discard Parhelion. Well, they pitched up a Seiju. Discard Parhelion. Begin combat. Okay. Crew with this. Done. And begin combat. Attack, attack. Okay. Your turn. So if they Living End, we get back Phyrexian Dragon Engine, which we discard our hand and draw 3 cards. So I'll put 3 Parhelions in the graveyard, which is pretty sick for us. And we draw a new hand. So that's pretty good for us. Now, obviously, it's not the best for us, but, you know, it's something. Agadeem's Awakening would be pretty sick in that deck. Alright. Wait, why don't we get a thing? Oh, because it gets exiled. I lied to you guys. Because it gets exiled and then put into play. Enters the battlefield from your graveyard, so it's exiled with Living End. Oh, shit. Well, today I learned that, today I learned 1, 2, 3, Fable. This is probably eating a Force Negation. Yeah. Yep. That sucked. Today we all learned. Yeah, we did all learn that one. Boy, I wish I would have resolved this Fable. That would be really good. I mean, we're not totally dead here. If they attack us, we could attack with Dragon Engine here. So, I guess we could take the 14. Yeah, we can take this hit. We can take this hit. We'll discard Parhelion here. We're looking for Asmo. Asmo would be like the best draw. Unearth would be good. Asmo would be good. Ooh, another Saga. Oh shit, that's pretty good. Oh, let's just play the other Saga. And I guess we're discarding a Parhelion again. Attacking just kills this. That's not good. So we'll just make giant Saga creatures. I'm pretty sure they die next turn. We block here, make a Saga. Make another Saga, discard a Parhelion, attack with a Shadowspear thing. This seems pretty okay. It seems pretty okay. We had to beat them with Saga. Alright, so we're going to block with the Dragon Engine. Alright. So now we're going to go Saga token. What is this? They're playing another Duder. Alright, so we're going to make this. Discard Parhelion. Untap. Let's just float the mana here. And then we'll unearth the Greasefang. And that should kill them. Let's get a Shadowspear. We'll attempt to go unearth. Greasefang? We will equip here. Oh, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't matter. Because this is 3 and it crews for 4, so, but it doesn't matter. It should be lethal. Yeah, it's going to be lethal. Target Parhelion. Okay. Alright. That was a rough one. We got lucky we went first there. Alright, so... what do we want? I don't think Skysovereign's going to do much. I do want the Unlicensed Hearse. I think we're going to want the Unlicensed Hearse. I think we're going to want the Thoughtseizes. I think we're going to want the Soul Guide Lantern. And I think we don't want Ovalchase Daredevil. I don't think we want that. We could bring in Fulminator Mages and just try and, like, cap their lands, but that doesn't seem great. We learned that Phyrexian Dragon Engine kind of sucks against that. Yeah. Maybe we want Smuggler's Copter, but not really, probably. And we need one more cut. Maybe we cut a Fable. Fable seems a little underpowered against what they're up to. Alright, let's play this list, like so. Keep Greasefang in hand in a MTGO cookbook, yeah. We could do a lot of... this deck has a lot of, like, play to it in response to Living End. But I thought the Dragon Engine would be a little bit better. Alright. So, we have Cookbook. We have Unearth, but we don't have lands. I think this is a keeper. I think this is a keep. I think we keep this. It's very sketchy, but I think we can keep it on the draw. Like, we can use the Saga to get the, thingy. I don't know. Leyline of the Void? Okay. Well, that sucks. We have no answers to that. Alright. Well, we need to bring in these things next time. Okay, well, they're doing nothing. Cookbook. We are stone dead to this, so I'm just going to start using these unearths. I'm just going to start making food with these. Guess I could cycle one. Discard. Alright. We need to hit a land. We're in trouble. We're probably okay, even if we don't hit a land. That's not great. Okay. Well, we'll play the other cookbook. And the important thing is that we can get Soul Guide Lantern with this. And lantern away their graveyard. Legacy Council. Arkin. Thank you for the raid, my friend. We are getting destroyed here. Alright, let's discard Parhelion. Just to get food. We don't need to discard any more of these for food. Alright, so that was not a great draw. But we can get... Soul Guide Lantern here. And Soul Guide Lantern can get rid of Striped Riverwinder. And I guess we're just done. Because you betrayed the insects? I wanted to play this deck. This is a deck I wanted to play today. But then I was like, oh, let's play Grix. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, so we have the Soul Guide Lantern here. It's not my finest hand to keep. But we have the first Living End stopped with the Soul Guide Lantern. So the first one's not going to do anything, so we have some time. Drawing 3 Parhelions in a row when you can't use your graveyard is not great. Not the way you want things to go. Triple green. Okay. We'll make them put a Living End on the stack. Alright. Exile each opponent's graveyard. We just need one land to be able to play Asmo. And then we can start killing their stuff. Yay! Speaking of Asmo. Alright, we're going to get red. We have no answers to this. So we'll get Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt. And we will discard a Parhelion. And we will cast Asmo. Alright. Get to search for another cookbook. And we're done. Kind of sucks. This Leyline of the Void is very annoying. Leyline of the Void, very annoying. Pretty much everything they're doing is very annoying. I will take this damage very quickly. We'll take this damage. Alright, we'll attack them to 3. It's a good thing we keep drawing these unearths. I guess my hand was super sketchy, so I can't complain much, but geez. They're only at 6. I guess I play the other cookbook. It doesn't... I'm not going to play the other cookbook. At this point, they're pretty close to Force of Vigor. Oh, there's 2 living ends in the graveyard. So if they have the 3rd living end in their hand, that would be good for us. You never know, though. Interesting attack. Interesting attack. Yeah, pretty soon they're going to start hard casting stuff. Agent. Okay. I can't really do anything about this. Yeah, I mean, killing the one thing doesn't do anything. It's not good for me. This is very not good for me. Alright, we need another Asmo. We need to draw exactly Asmo. Let's see what else they've got in their deck before we die. Let's see like what kind of other stuff they're playing. Force negation, 4 negation, living end. So they have 4 living ends in their deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. We're pretty dead here. I guess we need to go full discard. So that if we draw Asmo, we can kill these things. Alright, your turn. 4 living ends is pretty wild. Alright. We go to 9. We go to 2. We're dead unless we draw Asmo. We have 1 draw step at Asmo. 1 chance to draw Asmo. Nope. Dead. Alright, so Leyline of Void was a bit too good that game. I kind of want these on the play. I kind of want these too. Let's cut Unearths. Fulminator Mages are only good with Unearth. So let's bring in these 2 for these 2, and let's call it a day. Let's give it a go. Would you like to play first? Yes. We will keep this. Yeah, but if their game plan is like going to whatever, we'll turn with Saga on 1. Maybe we don't Saga on 1. Maybe we do Saga on 1. Yup. Let's Saga. If they have Force of Vigor to kill my Unlicensed Hearse, that would be very disappointing. But we're literally not doing anything else. Yeah, if they have Force of Vigor, I'm in trouble. Okay. They don't have that many green cards in the deck. And most of the green cards are like the Cascaders. So, kind of okay doing this. Alrighty, let's eat 1, 2. Wow, we are drawing terrific. Okay. Let's just get Soul Guide Lantern. We have literally nothing else. Play another Saga. They do, but, you know, we've got 3 different things here. Next turn, we'll just make Saga tokens. Okay. That's unfortunate. You don't have another land. I guess I'm just replaying. I guess I can take a turn and make a Saga token. We still have the unlicensed Hearst. We still have this Soul Guide Lantern to, like, exile something. We can try and kill them. I guess it's probably better to draw a card here. We have been drawing heaters. Alright, if they cycle into it, we're toast. But if we would have replayed one of these, they would have had it anyway. Fuck. I mean, they're going to Living End in response, but there's, like, nothing I can do. I play this. What the fuck? I guess they just have Brazen Borrower. Okay, the game continues. 1, 2. The game continues. If I Thoughtseize, can I... Well, I guess I can just... Greasefang? I almost was like, oh, I could Thoughtseize myself and get rid of the Parhelion. And then it's like, oh yeah, there's a Leyline here. I don't think Thoughtseizing them is good in this kind of race situation. So I'm not going to do it. Maybe I'll do it next turn, depending on if I am free to, like, use this hearse. Yup. Four flyer. Well, that's not good for me. Crew 1, 2. We're really getting wrecked by this Leyline. Cookbook. Oh, shit. That's something. That gains us a bunch of life. That lets us win this race. Let's attack with Greasefang. Does it let us win the race? It might let us win the race. It might let us win the race. It might not. Yeah. We can cookbook this Parhelion. Alright, so they trade. That's what I want to see. Because now I can go 1, 2, 3, play you. And we'll discard this Parhelion. We'll eat 2 things. We're to 9. Possibly wanted to Thoughtseize there to make sure we don't die to another flyer. But I think we'll be okay. Alright. So now we're going to go Unlicensed Hearst. 1, 2. And now we're going to discard Parhelion. Sure. Crack this. Get Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine. Untap. Oh, baby. Now that's a card. Let's Thoughtseize them. Thoughtseize you. I will take your Living End. I will discard a card, create this, cast Asmo. Yes. Get this. Now, what's the best thing to do here? Do I kill this thing? Or do I just eat the food? And do I attack with the hearse, or do I... kill that? And then this is 9. And they're dead next turn with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're dead next turn. Alright, so let's just fire this thing up and attack with both. Or do we just put them to 1? It's a tough call. This kills them if we crew. But then we're like toast. Yeah. They had the Misty that they played. We'll go for the W. God fucking damn it. Oh, that's so tilting. Yeah, but if I attack with the hearse last turn, I'd be losing here. They'd be getting all those dudes back. That's so bad for us. Yields. Oh well. Oh well. Yep. Goblin Engineer. What do I not want to draw? What do I not want to draw? I don't really want to draw another Parhelion. So let's just go ahead and put that in the graveyard. Let's put that Parhelion in the graveyard, and okay. Let's discard this Marsh Flats. That doesn't seem like something I want to cast. Does not seem like something I want to cast. That seems like a food token. 3 mana away from hard casting Parhelion. True. What are you targeting? My cookbook. Discard. Alright. Let's see if we could draw a Fable or something. Ooh. It's like the best card in my deck right now. The highest power creature in my deck. This is so miserable. This Leyline of the Void is so miserable. Oh, what the fuck? An 8-drop? Ugh. Alright, so we have Chump Block here. What do we need to draw? We need to draw... not terrible. If they do attack, I will block with this bad boy. So we'll give him 1 power. We'll give him 1 power so we could chump here. We have Asmo. We can chump. We can play a Leyline. We have some outs. Block. We can eat a food here. Go to 7. Attack with Greasefang with Shadowspear on. Equip. Play Cookbook. Attack. We go to 11. All right. I mean, I'll take 4, go to no attacks. So now we discard you. Eventually, we are going to draw a crime punishment. Okay, all right. Saga. Saga's a good one. All right, so now we can make Saga tokens and kill them. Probably smart. You're probably right. Discard my next turn in case I draw Asmo. You're definitely right. Oh, Leyline of the Void is so annoying. Holy moly. Leyline of the Void is annoying. It wouldn't be this way if you had a Leyline. Okay, alright. Let's keep these. Let's draw a spell. Ooh. Now that's a spell. Alright, we're just waiting. We're just waiting. Waiting on the world to change. Okay. So we have Leyline. We have the way to kill Leyline. But you have to imagine that their hand is literally force of negation, force of negation, force of negation, force of negation. Right? So we have to imagine their hand is force of negations. Or force of vigors. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that damage. They're gonna cast... What are they casting? What the F is this? Alright, this is good because we can get rid of the Leyline. We can get rid of the Leyline. Boink. And they can't force negation it. Alright, now we go 1, 2, 3. Make people. Untap. 1, 2, 3. What are we getting here? We're getting a cookbook, you say? So if we equip this to this and swing, it kills this. Right? Yeah, I guess we have to do it. Equip here. Begin combat. Attack. Maybe we don't want to do this, though, because if they have Living End, they can Living End this back. But at the same time, if they have Living End, we're just, like, not doing anything. Anyway. They just wipe our board anyway, but they get back up Foundation Breaker. Alright. 1, 2, 3 living ends. We're saving this in case we draw Asmo. Equip. So if I attack, maybe I just don't attack. I mean, I trade this for this. That doesn't seem good. I could just grow this thing above. It doesn't seem great. Let's just wait a little bit. We'll just discard a land. We'll grow this thing. Eventually we can get this thing big enough that they have to double block it, maybe. Maybe this is just risky. Maybe I should just be swinging anyway. It's kind of rough. We'll take this. We'll take this hit. I mean, they obviously have another one, but we'll take this hit. Okay. They're going to living end. They don't have another living end. Oh, baby. They're out of living ends. Alright, so let's just start discarding and growing our dude. Growing our dude huge. We can't discard 2 cards, so we'll save this in case we draw Asmo. Come on, let's see Parhelion. Thoughtseize? Do we Thoughtseize them? Or is that just a card? Let's Thoughtseize them to make sure they don't have... They're probably just going to force negation this. This was kind of dumb to Thoughtseize them. I'm just afraid of a force to negate. Okay. I guess their hand is just a bunch of those cards. Alright, so let's look at their deck and see if there's any more endurances. There's no endurances. So, Thoughtseize, what's in their hand? Leyline of the Void, Living End. Well, guess we'll put the Living End in the graveyard. So now we discard this. So this is 9, so this would trade with both of those. So I guess we don't do it this turn. We just wait a turn. I don't want to trade with these, so we'll just wait. We'll wait. And we don't have to worry about living ends anymore. Okay. Maybe I fucked up. I shouldn't have discarded. Okay. This is really good. That's perfect. Perfect draw. Perfect draw, because here comes the last Parhelion in the deck. Parhelion. 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 So now we go to combat. Trigger the Parhelion. Yeah. GG's. What a wild game. What a wild game. Wild, wild game. I was a little worried about that game, I'm not gonna lie. Things were a little sketchy that game. Don't only have 7, I could have attacked last turn. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they had the Violent Outburst gave pluses to their creatures, so their one guy that was usually a 5/5 was a 6/5, and their other thing that was a 2/2 was a 3/2. So they could have done 9 damage to my token guy there, and that would have been a real bad. All right, would you like to play first? Yes. Blood Crypt Cookbook. Cook the books. Now we can Goblin Engineer that Phyrexian engine and like do some crazy shit. Obviously it depends on what they're up to. Overgrown Tomb, Birds of Paradise. Yawgmoth, you say? Alright, so we're going to... What are we going to do here? We're playing this. We're going to discard Goblin Engineer. Crack this. get Godless Shrine to be able to cast Godless Shrine. I probably shouldn't be going down this low in life. Cast this. Yeah, I should have exiled something at the end of last turn. Probably. Use Asmo's ability. Get this. We should just kill this. No, I'm going to unearth the Engineer here. And we're going to put the Dragon Engine in our graveyard so we can get the Dragon Engine next turn. We can use the Goblin Engineer to weld the Dragon Engine into play. We can go 1 red, discard this, get back Engine, loot our hand away. Right? Maybe it was better to just play this, discard this, kill the bird. But, I mean, best case scenario is they play Grist and kill this. But then they're still very far behind if they do that. And then we get a whole new hand. They're obviously Yawgmoth. Wall of Roots. Okay. Young Wolf. Okay. 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 Fable. Alright, let's play Cookbook. Let's use the Cookbook, discard the Copter. Use the Cookbook, discard the Fable. And now we're going to... Which one of these... Do we sack a food token? I guess we sack a food token. Let's bring back Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Let's use a red. Let's sack a food token. Discard our hand. Yes. We'll play Saga. Which of these should we kill? I think we kill the Wall of Roots. Because it has the highest implications with Cord. So we're going to kill the Wall of Roots, and we're going to attack with Asmo. So if they have Evolution in their hand, killing the Wall of Roots was right. If they have Cord in their hand, killing the Wall of Roots was right. But we'll see what they have, obviously. Who the fuck knows? Evolution. Looks like we made the right call by evolutioning the Grist. By killing the wall, they couldn't get the Grist. Alright, what are they going to Grist here? They're going to probably kill Asmo here. Yeah, Asmo needs to die. Okay, so... What are we going to do here? Okay, that was a crazy draw. Holy shit. That was such a good draw. Alright, let's start. Let's make thing. Always yield. Yes. Let's discard this. Always yield. Yes. Yes. Let's attack the Dragon Engine on the Grist. Beginning of combat, beginning of combat. Swing Dragon Engine on Grist. Okay, double strike kills that. No big deal. Now we're gonna go... Now we're gonna go unearth the Asmo. Okay. That worked out very well for us. So... Unlicensed Hearse is good against Yogg. Pithing Needle is good against Yogg. Portable Hole is good against Yogg. Portable Hole might not be good because they have access to... They're going to have Force of Vigors and Outland Liberators and all this kind of stuff. So maybe we don't want that. We could probably use Thoughtseizes to try and like hit some of their Yogg-related activity stuff. Let's cut Smuggler's Copter... Let's cut the Shadowspear, and let's cut the 2 Fables. And let's cut an Unearth, because they're going to have stuff. And let's cut an Ovaltine. They're going to have, like, they're going to have Endurances and stuff. So let's cut the Unearth. Don't we unearth? It doesn't matter, right? If they throw the wolf away, that's totally fine. Like, you know what I mean? I might just Thoughtseize myself on one. And then discard this Dragon Engine? And then unearth the Dragon Engine on 2? Is that too wild? That's probably too wild. Holy shit. Alright, we're not going to do that. We're going to go turn 1, Thoughtseize you. Turn 2, play this cookbook. Discard this, unearth it. But turn 1, we are going to Thoughtseize them. Turn 1, Thoughtseize you. Take whatever way you have to get Yawgmoth. We're going to take it. Force of Vigor. Alright, we're going to take the Force of Vigor then. That's really going to suck next turn. Really going to suck. When they like... Ugh. Alright. So... They drew that land for turn. They drew that. It's good to know. Alright, so what are we going to do here? Discard our hand. Alright, so we're going to go Saga. Okay. Now we're going to play Cookbook. We're going to discard the Dragon Engine. Then we're going to unearth the Dragon Engine. We'll put these cards where they belong, in the graveyard. Well, that's not great. But at least we have lands now to activate the Saga. Really feel dumb for getting rid of Shadowspear. I should have kept in Shadowspear. That was silly. Why did I need to be silly? Alright, so their hand is... Urborg Boseiju? Is that right? That's right. Okay. I kind of want to... Boseiju is in play. What's their hand? Oh, and that was good old-fashioned lose 2. 1, 2, Engineer. We're going to put Scuttle Mutt into the graveyard? Yes. We'll put Scuttle Mutt into the graveyard. Actually, we'll put Pithing Needle into the graveyard. That seems good. Alright. Yield to the turn. No attacks. Engineer unchecked can just run away with a game like this. An unchecked Engineer is very powerful. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have put the Pithing Needle here. I should have probably got the Pithing Needle off the Saga. I have to block with the Dragon Engine, I suppose. I'm blocking here. Yeah, I fucked that up. I should have got the Pithing Needle here. I'm actually just gonna... What am I gonna do here? Do I have another white source that I can get? I have a Sacred Foundry? Alright, cool. So we're gonna untap. I'm gonna make a Star, I think. Just so I can have a blocker. Then we're gonna search the library. We're gonna get a cookbook. I'm gonna play this land, and we're gonna pass. I can get back this thing at instant speed and like discard a land, or I can get back to Pithing Needle if they don't do anything. If they don't do anything, I'm gonna get back to Pithing Needle. Right, we're just gonna chill. We know that they have the Urborg in hand. Exalted. I guess I just block with this. Offer the trade. Alright, so now we're going to crack this. We're going to go to 4. We're going to get the plains. Oh, no, we need to get Sacred Foundry. Then we are going to return the Pithing Needle, sack, use a red, sack the food. Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth, Thran, Physician. Okay. Now we go to our turn. We discard a swamp. We cast Asmo. Cast Asmo. Get the other cookbook. Get the other cookbook. Do I want to play this other cookbook? I think I don't need to play it. Alright, so now we're gonna go. I guess you play the cookbook, right? Play the cookbook. Now the question is, I guess we'll get back to Dragon Engine. We'll spend 1 red. We'll sack this cookbook. We'll get back to Dragon Engine. Draw 3 new cards. Alright. Well, I thought that I could. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But I wasn't sure what I wanted to sack. If I wanted to sack the food or just leave it open. But that worked out pretty nicely. This deck is pretty sweet. I think having access to the Dragon Engine is pretty huge. Like, being able to engineer to put Parhelion is really cool. But being able to engineer and put Dragon Engine... Because, like, before, Engineer couldn't really turn on Unearth. But now being able to unearth the Dragon Engine is pretty sick. Is this my brew? No, I've changed it. I played a list like this a long time ago. I played a list like this a long time ago. But I had Ragavans in it. Let's just play the stew. Unmarked Grave. Why did our opponents concede? Because they were Pithing Needled on Yogg. They were kind of like SOL. Alright, they're probably going to take Asmo here, if I had to guess. Engineer seems super good. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, if they don't kill this, like, I'm going to play this Engineer. They have to kill it next turn. Or I can, like, blood to get the Goblin, the stupid Dragon Engine, which is what I'm going to get. I'm going to put Dragon Engine in my graveyard. Or I might even put Scuttle-Mutt in my graveyard. I'm playing this land. Engineer or Asmo. I think we want to put the Asmo in. I think we want to go use this blood, discard the Parhelion, search Asmo. Alright, let's just do Asmo stuff. Discard Parhelion. Get Asmo. Get the cookbook. Cookbook. Attack for 1. Alright, this sets us up the best if we run into... If we draw Greasefang, we're just set. Oh, god damn it. Here we are doing cool stuff, and they're just like, I'm Scam. I'm Scam. I'm the best. Cool. Here we are doing fun things, and they're just like, oh, yay, Scam. Stupid. It's Scuttle Dog. Alright, let's float a mana here. Oh, shit. I forgot that it was so early. Let's get the plains. Just play Fable. Just play the Fable. This gives us the highest chance of just drawing Greasefang. Right? Voidwalker? Sure. Alright. Well, we'll take this. Alright. We have to be careful here with what we discard. Let's do this first. So, discard 2 cards. We can't discard a Parhelion to them, I guess is what I'm saying. That might be bad. Discard 2 cards. I'm going to give him a Parhelion. I'm just going to discard these. Yeah. We should probably get rid of the... Yes. Let's discard this. Let's discard that. Well, we have to just make a thing here. We have to make a thing. Use the Pithing Needle. Let's get Shadowspear. Play this. Play this. I guess we're attacking. Attack you. That was dumb to attack there. Now I have to chump here. I fucked that up. No, I guess this thing goes to 5 and it doesn't die to the double strike. So this trades with this. Because I discard a card. They're going to put the Parhelion in play? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here comes the Parhelion. What? They did the old Parhelion go. At least they can double strike it. They didn't do it? What? What am I missing? Discard. Very confused. Untap. Put this here. Okay. I think they're dead here. It doesn't have haste. That's right, it doesn't have haste. Let's play Cookbook. Let's play Cookbook. And let's discard Daredevil. Create a food, yes. Let's discard Daredevil. Create a food, yes. Yes. Now let's play Unearth on Asmo. Now we get a thing. We get a cookbook. Now we go 1, 2. Equip this here. Beginning of combat. Beginning of combat. Attack. Attack. Attack, attack? Yeah, attack, attack. If I sack this, I lose this, so we're just gonna pass. So why didn't I kill them? How was I supposed to kill them? I could make this thing eat 2 food. I could sack 2 treasures and gain 9 life. I'm gonna do that. No, I'm not. That doesn't work that way. Because the second the treasures lie, it died. Yeah, that was bad. Pay no attention to that. Nobody saw nothing. Nobody saw nothing about that one. That was really bad. That was really bad. That one was stupid. Very stupid. No, I see. Still had... See nothing. See, we win the game. Alright. Okay. Pay no attention to that debacle. Pay no attention to that debacle. Nobody saw nothing. Nothing to see here. Move along. Alright, Hearst is good against Scam. Portable Hole is good against Scam. We want some number of Thoughtseizes. We're pretty weak to Portable Hole. We're pretty weak to Blood Moon, too. I don't know how hard we want to go with these. I hate getting Furied, so let's just bring in these 3 cards. Let's cut this. Let's cut an Engineer. Smuggler's Copter just doesn't really seem good compared to the other things that we have. Maybe we want this over one of these. Maybe we want this over an Ovaltine. Let's play it like this. Let's play this. Alright. This doesn't do shit. Mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this. We'll put back this land. We probably put back the Takenuma because we probably want to fetch Basic Swamp and then we can play around Blood Moon a little bit. Alright, they're probably going to play a Voidwalker here. Yep. I'm cracking this now so I have something to eat with my unlicensed Hearst. I'm actually going to get the Triome here. Now I can fetch Swamp with this and then have everything I'd ever want. Now we'll get a Swamp. And we'll play unlicensed Hearst. Alright. We have to be somewhat careful with this Voidwalker. We were not careful last game, and they almost got us with a Parhelion, which is not good. We don't want to get got by Parhelions. This is mine. Maybe we shouldn't have done that because they can... No, they don't have lands. Typical fucking scam doing nothing. 1, 2, 3, Fable. Yield. Alright. So... next turn we can discard Ovaltine and Goblin Engineer. And that'll trigger Asmo? Mm-hmm. I guess they're trying to go for a Parhelion here. Yep. Okay. When it dies. Boink, boink. They took our Asmo. Unfortunate. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna discard... okay. I'm gonna discard the Engineer and the Blood Crypt. So now I can play Asmo. Play Asmo. Get the thingy. Get the thingy. Play the cookbook. Attack with the Goblin Engineer. Attack with the Goblin Engineer. And we just have to kill this thing, and then we can... this is going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be a pain in the buttocks. Well, I think we can get that. We can get through this. It might be a hardcast Ovaltine type of game. But I kind of want to bait them into getting a Parhelion. I don't know. It feels weird. A weird game. Okay. We're never going to be able to Greasefang with this unlicensed Hearst of theirs in play. Unlicensed Hearst? Sure. Alright, so we're just gonna... Alright, let's go... Hold on, cancel. Let's go... Discard a card, Parhelion. Untap, take our turn. Discard a card. We'll discard Ovaltine. Now we can kill this so we don't get got by Gigantic. They don't have black up. So Saga goes to the graveyard. Now we're going to play Shadowspear. Crew on Goblin. And attack. We could have crewed this Hearst with this, but I think slow and steady behooves us. It behooves us to be slow and derpy here. Slow and derpy. Ragavan. I will activate... What's this last card? Fear is black or artifact creatures, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, the unlicensed Hearst is not afraid of the Ragavan. Okay. All right. If I'm not mistaken, Scryfall, Fear. Where's original Fear? Where's OG Fear? Fear. Original printing. Target creature cannot be blocked by any creature other than artifact creatures and black creatures. Respect for the instant can speak. We kind of just crapped on Scam there. I'm sorry. What gave it fear? They had Shinko, Magic Beefus. As long as this thing blocks a Ragavan, that's all I care about. Ah, a Ragavan. I will be blocking. That works. So we play this. We discard the Parhelion. And we play the Beefus. We get our cookbook. Yes. Cookbook. And then we yield. Alright, now all we need to do is draw a Greasefang in a land. That's it. How many Dragon Engines? This deck is just playing one. Just one. Just one Dragon Engine for now. I really, we're going to have to mess with the numbers of things. We're going to have to play with things and mess with the numbers and do all that fun stuff. I am killing this Ledger Shredder so fucking fast. Yeah. The Asmo, there's no food. Asmo's just cool. Alright, so we're going to go Cookbook, discard, Cookbook, discard, kill this. Unearth? Interesting. Alright, so they're going to get to connive here, but I'm okay with that. They're going to get to connive here, but I am okay with this. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I shouldn't be okay with this. We'll see, right? Who knows? It's kind of weird. They're discarding lands. I'm definitely discarding an engineer. Discard engineer. Discard engineer. Eat you. Boop. Boop, boop. Attack with the... No. Still want them to have to get through 2 things. I just want to kill this Ledger Shredder. Just keep their board under control. That's all we gotta do. Keep their board under control. Sure. I'll block all day. Wow. Wow. We think the odds are they play Murktide here. Maybe this deck needs a Springleaf Drum for situations like this. Wow. Okay. Guess I want to save that. Alright. This hand did not come together as I had hoped. But maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we should have just played the Epicure there. But once again, dying to Ragavan. They got an Asmo. Would have linked that Asmo. Iteration. We have Unearth for Asmo. Yeah. Alright, let's draw a Greasefang. Takenuma. Let's get back Asmo. Yeah, Ragavan does need to get banned. The card's stupid. Very, very stupid. It breaks the color pie. Alright, well, I guess I should have left the Ledger Shredder, killed the Ragavan. Ovaltine. Undo. Cast Epicure. It's not bad. I'm just doing it now so I can have 6. So I can start making a lot of food. Otherwise I might forget about it, you know? Okay. We have a blocker for Ragavan. I'm happy. They're definitely not going to Archmage Charm my Epicure. Oh, wow. They didn't. They didn't! Damn it. Well. There's our Greasefang. We didn't want to draw a Greasefang. They should play the Greasefang. It is double their clock. Play it. Murktide. A 3/3 Murktide. Then they're going to cast another giant Murktide. Think they have another? Think they have a third Murktide? Alright. Hurst. Portable, I suppose. Don't want something that dies to Bolt. Probably Engineer's not going to live. Alright, let's try... And let's have Needle over Engineer. Yeah, I mean, opponent is... Murktide is a very silly deck. I am astounded that it has lasted as long as it has. All the cards in it. Astounded. What do we got? We've got... How many Modern Horizons 2 cards? Modern Horizons 2 Tribal. Alright, would you like to play first? Yes. I mean, I can't complain about Modern Horizons 2 cards. See, this is the kind of... I kept a shitty hand, though. Alright. We can keep this. Put back... Parhelion, I guess. I want to get a basic swamp. I'm kind of afraid of Blood Moon. But I don't know. I am going to portable hold this Ragavan, though. I guess we'll get... Nah, we'll just do nothing. Alright. Ooh, Epicure. Play an Epicure. Blood token. Alright. Let's just see what our opponent does. Alright. I'm going to get a... Just going to get a swamp with this. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to hard cast this Dragon Engine. Off a plains here. Get a plains and go 1, 2, 3. Dragon Engine. It's probably going to get countered. It's probably going to get stopped, but that doesn't matter because we have the Unearth. You don't really need it. Like, I don't know. You're a Greasefang deck, like Asmo first, Greasefang second, right? You got to go pretty far down the list to like have food matter, you know? Because we're trying to be like Asmo, Greasefang. We're kind of shoving a lot of things in, and it's not really working. It works sometimes, but there's a lot of like tension. And maybe when you have like an Asmo, a Greasefang draw, and you draw like that, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Alright, well, we'll discard the Ovalchase here to this. Skysovereign. I really would like this to resolve. So I kind of want to wait for them to tap out. Discard a card. Ooh. Look at that value. Look at that value. We get our guy back. Oh, that's pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right. I don't want to cast this into a counterspell. So I'm not gonna. I could use this to try and hit a land this turn. To maybe hardcast this. We can wait. We'll just wait. We can wait. Eventually they're going to play... There's that counterspell. Yeah. That gives us a target to Portable Hole, which is good. The Portable Hole will give us back to Ovaltine. Discard. Unearth. Okay. Cast Portable Hole. This might be a bit of a liability. Target that. Get back these two. Yes. Yes. Alright, let's attempt to cast Unearth. That might be a shit idea, actually. Let's attack for 2 here. And we will cast Unearth on the Dragon Engine. Dress down. Okay. That could have gone a lot worse. Alright. Well, I mean, we have a 2/2 double striker. That's pretty good. Yeah, well, it would stay in play with the Unearth no matter what. It only stays in play when you use the Unearth ability as opposed to using Unearth the spell. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah. Eventually they're going to play a Murktide. Cool. Alrighty. What do we want? Cookbook? That's a good one. Cookbook's a good one. Cookbook. Let's see. They're obviously holding up a counterspell. I guess we just discard the Skysovereign. Well, I don't really want to. I guess I want 2 mana to go like Greasefang, Unearth, right? I want to cast Greasefang, then I want to Unearth it. So we're just going to pass the turn for now. And I'll discard this at the end of turn. I'll discard this at the end of turn, and then I'll untap, and I'm looking for a land. Welcome back. Very annoying not having thought. Maybe I should have boarded in Thoughtseizes. Like, I'm playing around Blood Moon, and by playing around Blood Moon, I kind of hampered my mana base way too much, I think. I'm not sure. Ledger Shredder, sure. Ragavan, okay. Alright. Sure, attack me. Alright, so if we draw a black mana source, we could be okay here. Alright, so let's go discard Skysovereign. Untap. Black mana. Fuck me. That's not good. Yeah, imagine if we had a black mana here. We could just... Shit. Yeah, me playing around Blood Moon here cost us the game. No, I guess we'll do this. Cast this. Yeah, imagine if we could just... Ugh, or we could go Unearth, Unearth. Tilting, tilting, tilting. Discard Daredevil. Alrighty. We're probably dead next turn, but maybe we can mize a win. If this was a... This should have been the Triome. But, you know, you never know if they would have had a Blood Moon or not. But me fetching up Blood Moon just cost me this game. We could be dead if they find another 2-mana 8/8. But there's Brazen Borrower. Jeez. They bottomed a Brazen Borrower. That's not very good for me. Another Murktide? Draw 2. Guess they're trying to kill me. If they find a Bolt, I'm dead. Or if they have another Murktide. Well, we're dead. Cool. Alright, so... I played around Blood Moon, and it cost me that match. Because if I could have gone Unearth, Unearth, I would have been able to kill this Ledger Shredder, attack, put them to 3. The Skysovereign would have come in, I would have pinged it, then I would have swung, killed it. They'd be at 3. It'd be a very different game. They wouldn't be able to kill me this turn. Yeah. Also, we could probably stand for some kind of answer to that deck. We could have probably... I don't know. We just need... I don't know what we need for this deck. I think this 4 Fulminators is too much. I think this is too much. Well, we'll get to it at the end, but... Very hard to assemble this kind of combo. I guess I played around Blood Moon and I didn't need to. And if I had gotten the Triome at any point in that game, I would have just won that game. Better than Scuttlemutt in this situation. I don't know. If we draw Greasefang, then like Scuttlemutt's better. But like getting Engineer online against a deck like Mono White that's probably not going to have answers to it is probably good too. So let's get Engineer online here. Let's get Engineer online. And let's put Dragon Engine in the graveyard. I'm not attacking. They play the Mother of Ruins card that would get me. Let's put a Dragon Engine in the graveyard. Okay. So, maybe, yeah, probably, well, this is probably Death and Taxes, Mother Ruins type stuff. So, they're probably going to play something along the lines of, who knows, they could play a million cards. Probably Skyclave Apparition, kill the Goblin Engineer. Flicker West. Get rid of the blood token, I suppose? Well, that sucks. They get rid of the blood token. Oh, well. I wonder what's better. Scrapwork Mutt, discard the Parhelion. Okay, so let's go Saga. Trigger. We can put this in our graveyard. We can put all these cards in our graveyard. Let's play the Cookbook. Let's discard the Parhelion. Let's play the Epicure. Trigger. Let's Goblin Engineer the Rager. Pay a red. Let's discard the food token. We'll pitch the Scrapwork Mutt. Okay, Scrapwork Mutt's not doing very much right now. But we'll see. Okay, Greasefang, Parhelion in the yard. This seems good. Yield to the turn. Am I attacking? Nope, no attack. They had no 2-drop, which is very lucky for us. They could have a solid dude to get rid of the Greasefang. But, you know, what can you do about that kind of stuff? Can't really do much about that kind of stuff. Sword of Fire and Ice, huh? That's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so we're going to go to our turn. We are going to play this. Pay 2. We're going to go 1, 2, black. We're going to play Greasefang. Greasefang Okiba boss. I think Fable the Mirror Breaker might be too slow, and we might just want Scrapwork Mutts instead of Fable. Like, Fable's good, but, like, we're already such a mana-intensive deck. Okay, so now we're going to go to combat. They have to have, like, something to kill this right now. Whether it's Solitude or something. Who knows what they're going to have. Alright, so they're putting something in. What could it be? Flicker Whisk. They're going to bounce the Greasefang? Sure. Bounce the Greasefang. We're going to attack. We're going to attack with the Dragon Engineer. Attack. Alright. If they do kill it, I'm going to use this. They shouldn't kill this. Because now I just get it back, right? So it dies. And then I'm going to go discard a card, discard Parhelion. And then I'm going to go get this back, pitch a food token, untap. Yes. Okay. Am I dead? How much am I taking? I'm taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 2. But we can get the lifelink hammer and put it on this. Equip. They're probably going to kill this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. Yup. We have food tokens we can eat. They probably should kill the... I don't know what they're going to kill. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool to play They're gonna kill that thing? Sure. This Saga is just, or this Aether Vial is just the only thing keeping them in this game. Alright, so we need to... I guess we can make a person here, right? Make a person. We'll get the Shadowspear. Shadowspear. Play a Saga. Put the Shadowspear on the... Greasefang's gonna hit for more. As we put it on this. I mean, it all depends on what they have in the stupid Aether Vial. But we could very easily be dead here. Right? If they have... Who the fuck knows? Like, if they have another Flicker Whisk, if they have... The only reason this game is even close is because they have stupid Aether Vial. Like, if they didn't have this card, they would be dead. So dead. Let's see what they got. God damn it. Okay. Are we dead still? Begin combat. Begin combat. Attack. I think we're just dead. Well, this is going to gain a bunch of life. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. So... we want these. We want Pithing Needle. We want Portable Hole. We probably want Thoughtseizes. We probably don't want this. This is pretty good. This is going to be bad. We don't really need these. Guess we want these cards. Probably cut a Parhelion. Engineer seems good, but at the same time they have a lot of interaction. We'll cut the Mutt. We'll play these like this. Probably cut this for this. Alright, we're just sort of shaving stuff. We only have the one Dragon Engine. Maybe if we were a little deeper into the Dragon Engine pie, we could do it. But maybe not. Alright. They had a lot of pieces of interaction. If we just could have stopped the Aether Vial, we would have been a lot better off, but we couldn't. No main deck Pithing Needle. They're in the tank. In the tank. So long. Well. They're taking forever. Angry Alpaca, thank you for the follow. Pestermite, thank you for the follow. Wismo, thank you for the follow. Alright, so... we have... Alright, we have some cards here. They're not great cards, but we got cards. Turn 1, turn 2. I guess we go turn 1. Turn 2, we crew this. Alright, so we're going to go... Land, Cookbook. Turn 2, Saga, Smuggler's Copter. Turn 3, Bloodstained Mire. I guess we start with Bloodstained Mire because they could have the 2/2 guy. The 2/2 guy that I hate. So we'll go Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt. Cookbook. Yield. Don't know if I want to discard Skysovereign right away. God damn it. So Troll. So now we'll go Saga. And then we'll go Copter. Yield. Okay. So now they have 1, 2, what is this? Kataki. Oh my god. So Troll. Interesting. With this. Let's see what we drew. I'll just let both of these die. I guess I'll discard Skysovereign. Nope. No. Nope. No. Guess we get a swamp here. And we pass. Maybe I should have kept Skysovereign to just cast it. But at the same time, like, I don't know. This way they can't attack us. Yeah, they do have to pay 1 for the vial. I am going to get a Pithing Needle off this vial too. Just to name that. Then they'll get rid of it. Alright. Do I get another guy? I guess I make a guy. Could eat the food token. We'll see what we draw here. We'll make a guy. Actually, I'm just going to eat this food token. I'm going to eat the food token. I'm going to pay 1 life. And I'm going to get... No. Then this is going to crack. I'm going to get a Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle. Either vial. I'm going to make them play fair. I guess I'm going to get a Triome with this. Maybe I'm just casting this cookbook. I guess we'll just cast the cookbook. Attack them for 3. If they don't pay for this, I just won't pay for this. But I want them to have to not have Aether Vial, because that card's fucked. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Kataki's really good. We're just not drawing very much here. I would love to draw a Greasefang. 1, 2, 3. Flicker West. What are they going to flicker? Going to flicker my token. Yeah, well, I don't have to pay for my token anymore. I don't have to pay for my Pithing Needle, and I will pay for my cookbook because why not, right? Pay for the cookbook. Okay. Yes, we'll pay 1 for the cookbook. Pithing Needle? No. No for the Pithing Needle. Nope. That's some shit. Cycle this. Urza Saga. Well, I guess we're on Urza Saga. I guess we're Urza Saga gamers. Urza Saga is not the best against Kataki, but what can you do? Sever just take 5 and get beat. Kataki's obviously very powerful against our bullshit. But the fact that we haven't done a creature is pretty sad. I mean, all we need is a Greasefang. And then we get Smugglers. And then we get to hit them with Skysovereign. I really would like a Greasefang here. Just to kill this goddamn thing. Cauldron complete. Alright, we're going to pay 1 here. We're just dead. We cannot beat this fucking... okay. Well, our deck didn't come together. They're just going to make a Cauldron and kill us. I guess we get a... I guess that's what we got to do. We're not beating the Cauldron. I guess we could get the... I guess if we draw Greasefang next turn, we can do it. Right? Guess if we draw Greasefang next turn. Because we're only taking 8. I guess I'm gonna make this and eat that. Just we have to draw well next turn. Saved a little bit of life. All right. Yeah, we need a creature. Just one creature. I'm gonna pay for this. No, paying doesn't accomplish anything. Nope. Nope. That is unfortunate. We could have won this game if they didn't have Kataki. I guess we get to cycle. Blah, blah, blah. Well, we started 3-0, and it was great. 3-0 and it was great, but I don't know. I think that the Fables are too slow. I think that we probably want more Scuttle Mutts. The Copter, too slow as well. I think we just want more of these Scuttle Mutts. Maybe. And I think we need some form of interaction. But I did like the deck. It was fun. Drum. Yeah, we probably need the drum too. We probably need the drum again. Just because we kind of got ourselves into positions where we needed just mana. So I think maybe we just play like more Scuttle Mutts. Yeah, we could play Unholy Heats. We could play Pendings too. And just have a lot of access to all kinds of stuff. I think this is too much. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need the Fulminator Mages. I'm okay with the Thoughtseizes and like add one of these. I don't think we want Portable Holes because as a deck, we're weak to artifacts and enchantments. So playing our removal as an artifact or enchantment. Prismatic Ending is probably like what we want. This is probably like the removal that we want. I think we also want a Pyrite Spellbomb. Because we're doing so much shit with Saga. Having access to a Pyrite Spellbomb probably won't hurt. And like maybe we play another Scuttle Mutt. I only have like 2 of those cards. But I like the deck. Thought it was kind of cool. Yeah. I thought this deck was kind of cool. Let's pay out. We probably want something like this. Just to churn through our deck. I like the deck. Hope you guys liked it. Maybe probably want 2 Dragon Engines, maybe. Maybe want 2 Dragon Engines, because this card's kind of really cool. Hope you guys liked the deck, too. Hope you guys liked the deck. Hope you guys liked the stream. We're going to be done for the evening. Who are we gonna raid? We're gonna raid one of my favorite streamers. It is Arena, however. I try not to be too put down by the fact that it is Arena. But I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll be on tomorrow to stream the Modern whatever thing. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Ha 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 ha!